Imagine building a house while falling through space at 17,500 miles per hour, where one mistake means certain death, and you can't just run to the hardware store for parts. On December 4th, 1998, astronauts from around the world began the most ambitious construction project in human history. Stay with me, because this story of building the International Space Station proves that when humanity works together, we can literally reach for the stars. It's early morning at Kennedy Space Center, and Space Shuttle Endeavour sits on the launch pad, loaded with the first American piece of the International Space Station. Inside the cargo bay is a module called Unity, weighing 25,600 pounds and packed with miles of wiring, life support systems, and docking ports. This isn't just another space mission. This is the beginning of something that's never been attempted before. Here's what makes this moment so incredible. 2 weeks earlier, Russia launched a module called Zarya into orbit. Now, American astronauts are going up to connect Unity to Zarya, piece by piece, like the world's most dangerous Lego set. And they're doing this 250 miles above Earth, in the vacuum of space, where there's no air, no gravity, and temperatures swing from 250 degrees Fahrenheit in sunlight to minus 250 degrees Fahrenheit in shadow. Commander Robert Cabana and his crew of 6 astronauts represent the best of international cooperation. They've trained for years for this moment. At 3:35 a.m. Eastern Time, Endeavour roars to life. 8.5 minutes later, they're in orbit, chasing down Zarya at 5 miles per second. The connection happens 3 days later, and it's absolutely nerve-wracking. Cabana is flying the shuttle closer and closer to Zarya using hand controllers, moving this massive spacecraft with pinpoint precision. His crewmates are calling out distances: 50 feet, 30 feet, 10 feet. One wrong move and years of planning, billions of dollars, and the dreams of nations could be destroyed in an instant. Click. The 2 modules connect perfectly, but they're not done yet. Now comes the tricky part. Astronauts Jerry Ross and Jim Newman suit up for spacewalks to connect cables and attach antennas. They spend nearly 13 hours outside over 3 spacewalks. Their only protection from the deadly environment, a thin spacesuit. Think about what they're experiencing out there. Every 90 minutes, they orbit the entire planet. They watch 16 sunrises and sunsets every day. Below them, Earth looks so peaceful, so beautiful with no visible borders between countries. And up here, Americans, Russians, Canadians, Europeans, and Japanese are working together to build something that belongs to all of us. A mission lasts nearly 12 days. When Endeavour lands back at Kennedy Space Center, they've successfully connected the first 2 pieces of what will become a football field-sized laboratory in the sky. Unity and Zarya are now one, the foundation of humanity's permanent home in space. Since that December day in 1998, astronauts from 19 different countries have visited the station. It's been continuously inhabited for over 2 decades. Right now, as you watch this video, people are living and working above your head, conducting experiments that will help us cure diseases, understand our planet, and eventually reach Mars. Here's what moves me about December 4th, 1998. At a time when nations had every reason to compete and conflict, they chose to cooperate instead. Americans and Russians, former Cold War enemies, joined their technologies and their dreams. They proved that our shared humanity is stronger than any border, any ideology, any difference. The International Space Station is a testament to what we can build when we work together. Every solar panel, every module, every experiment represents thousands of people from dozens of countries saying, "We're better together than apart." It's a shining example, quite literally, of cooperation over competition. And you know what? You're building something too. Maybe it's not orbiting at 17,500 miles per hour, but it matters just as much. Your family history, your stories, your legacy, these are the modules you're connecting across time. Each memory you preserve, each story you write down, is another piece of the structure that will outlast you. The astronauts who built the ISS knew their work would benefit people they'd never meet. Your great-grandchildren deserve the same gift. They deserve to know who you were, what you believed in, what challenges you overcame, and what made you laugh until you cried. Those stories are the cables that connect one generation to the next. So here's my challenge for you today. Start building. Write down one story this week. Record your voice telling your children about a moment that shaped you. Create your own space station of memories, one module at a time. Because 50 years from now, someone in your family is going to look back and be grateful that you took the time to preserve who you are. What's one story you're going to preserve this week? Please drop a comment below and let me know. Share what moment from your life deserves to be remembered. I promise you, it matters more than you think. If this story of building something that transcends borders and time inspired you, then you're precisely where you need to be. Here at History Sparks, we believe that every moment of connection, every act of courage, every dream that seemed impossible is worth celebrating and remembering. We're building a community of people who understand that history isn't just something that happened. It's something we're creating right now. Hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell right now, because every single day we're sharing stories that remind you what humans are capable of when we refuse to give up on our dreams. Tomorrow's story is waiting, and it might just be the one that changes everything for you. Join the History Sparks community today. Together we're proving that the most extraordinary achievements start with ordinary people who simply decided to try. Thank you for being part of this journey. And I'll see you tomorrow with another story that proves anything is possible. Until then, keep building, keep dreaming, and never stop reaching for the stars.